Hey, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to go through some updates to Tesla's pricing and potentially some other EVs that are on the market as well. So let's jump into this. So starting with the Model 3, we've got really just two variants that you can get now, but the big thing here is that you can actually get the new Model 3 updated. It's got the new front end, the new rear end that was originally sold in Germany and Australia. I think it was a few months back. I made a video about that. Go back and check on that. But it's now here in the US. We were not first to get it, but we did get it. It comes with two new colors as well, and a bunch of upgrades. A lot of people are taking test drives. You can take a test drive in one now if you go schedule a test drive or a demo ride. You can also use my referral link if you want to use that to schedule that. It's down in the description as well. So the rear-wheel drive, new version, the Model 3 rear-wheel drive is going to start around $39,000. The all-wheel drive is going to start around $46,000, which is $2,000 less than it was when I bought mine in 2019. So still cheaper than it originally was. It hasn't had any inflation issues. You're getting more range and more features than when I bought my car. So the good thing about Tesla is that they have actually decreased in price and added more features. There's no performance yet with this new design. You can still potentially find a performance in the old body style on their existing inventory page. But if you want a performance with the new body style, it hasn't come out yet here in the US. We're waiting to see what that is, whether it's called the Model 3 Performance. Some have said maybe it's called the Plaid. It's not available yet. For the Model Y, so the prices on these are still pretty low. The Model Y rear-wheel drive starts at around $44,000. The all-wheel drive is starting at $49,000, which, crazy enough, is only $1,000 more than what the Model 3 used to start when I bought mine. So that car is really cheap. And we'll get into some tax credits, which makes it even cheaper here in a second. And then the Model Y Performance is going to start at $52,500. So $52,500 for the performance variant of the Model Y. It's a little stiffer suspension. You get the big, larger rims, and it's got way more acceleration. The big thing with the Model Y is tax credits are point of purchase sales. So in other words, when you go to buy your car and give them the check, the $7,500 is already taken off of that price. So what that does is that brings the Model Y prices down cheaper than the Model 3, because the Model 3 Performance is the only one that gets the tax credit currently, and there is no Model 3 Performance in the new updated body style, only for the older body style, which there are, like I said, some in inventory. So the Model Y rear-wheel drive can get the $7,500 tax credit as long as it's not priced over $80,000. So starting at $44,000, that brings that price all the way down to $36,500, which is significantly cheaper than the Model 3 rear-wheel drive at about $2,500 cheaper. So the Model Y all-wheel drive is also able to receive the tax credit. And so the price of that vehicle after the tax credit is $41,500, which again is cheaper than the Model 3 all-wheel drive. Although the Model 3 is the new upgraded design, the Model Y can be gotten cheaper right now if you qualify for that tax credit. That's pretty amazing. Now, one little caveat to the Model Y is the fact that they're expecting it to get a similar exterior and interior upgrade like the Model 3, but it has not come out in Shanghai or Europe or Australia yet. And if it was to follow the same suit, it was about 6 months behind them getting an updated one, which puts us probably at least 3/4 of a year out before we get that. So if you're okay with getting a Model Y in the current body style, which what we have, we love it, right now is a great time to do that and get that tax credit at the point of sale. So you don't even have to pay that money up front. You don't have to wait to file your taxes the next year. You get it right ahead. The Model Y Performance also receives that tax credit and brings its price down to $45,000. $45,000 for a Model Y Performance is just, well, like I said, that's $4,000 less than I paid on my 2019 Model 3 all-wheel drive. And you get a significant increase of space on the inside, more comfortable ride, as well as higher seating, so it's easy to fit passengers in and out. It's more of a family car, but it's also very sporty, very fast. All right, so now we got the Model S. The Model S prices right now are around $75,000 for the base model, and then the Model S Plaid is going to run you $90,000. And so neither one of these qualify for a tax credit, and they would exceed their price caps if they did. The Model X does qualify for a tax credit for the standard model. It's right at the edge of accepting it. So $80,000 is that cap, and it's at $79,990, so $10 below that cap. If you increase any paint colors and things like that, though, that would put you over the $80,000, I believe. So yeah. One thing, so since you get that tax credit, that actually brings that price down to $72,500 for the Model X, which is actually a really good price for the Model X. It hasn't really been that cheap in a really long time. And then you can get the X Plaid at $95,000. And now we have two cars that we haven't talked about in the past, and that's going to be the Tesla Cybertruck, which is now available and you can order. But there is a significant delay. I want to say there's probably at least 2 years backlog. They say you can receive this car in 2024. I don't believe that because I've had one booked for 5 years or something, and I haven't received any offer to order mine. All-wheel drive, same price. It's at $79,990, whatever it is. It does not qualify for tax credit at the moment, but it would meet that price cap if it ever qualifies for it, but it doesn't at the moment. And then also the Cyber Beast is right under 100,000 at $99,990. $10 from $100,000. And that's a very fast pickup truck. People are liking them, but whatever. Anyways, you can see here in this chart though that we have the Model Y is the car to buy unless you were looking forward to the updated Model 3, which from what I hear of reviews is a really great vehicle. Really smooth ride, new interior. A lot of people say it feels like a mini Model S. Not even a mini, just a slightly smaller Model S. And so people are really liking this car, and right now it is the cheapest car if you qualify for that tax credit. So I would recommend taking a look. Go test drive both of them. See what you like. Are you okay with that older body style? I mean, it hasn't been around that long. It's still a really nice car, and people will still turn their heads if you don't already drive a Tesla. Tesla is going to be the best EV and or electric vehicle, especially if it is your first electric vehicle. I always recommend a Tesla because, well, quite frankly, you can get them cheaper than everybody else's electric vehicles for the most part. And the second thing is, they just are easy. They are the most convenient EV. If you want that smooth transition from an internal combustion vehicle to an electric vehicle, Tesla is the way to go. You will find it to be more convenient than driving an internal combustion vehicle. And I cannot always say that about other manufacturers' EVs. They do not have the efficiencies. They have to rely on second-party charging that don't always, really push to have the most reliability and quality. And so chargers will be down, and you actually have to look for chargers and things and use third-party apps. When in Tesla, it's all in one ecosystem, all on your app, all on the screen on your car, and it does everything automatically. It's just much better. But I will say everyone else is catching up. So they just started way behind Tesla, and they are catching up, and there's starting to be some really good cars. Our next EV will most likely be a non-Tesla, but we've driven EVs for a while, so we're used to them. So if you like the video, hit that like. We've got some good videos coming up. I'm going to have a 75,000 mile review of my Model 3 and a 15,000 mile review of our Model Y that we've had almost right at a year now. So it'll be a 1 year, 15,000 mile review. We'll see you on the next video.